Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to talk about the attack path prediction, the topic that I really love it actually because this is something which having the proactive approach in order to proactively handle the attacks, threats, viruses, and to understand how the attacker could exploit your vulnerabilities and get insight into the environment. So in this presentation, I will talk about something basics about attack path prediction, how to do that, and I will plan for another live demonstrations video for you just to showcase how the data will be injected and how you can see the attack path and how you can remediate the steps. You can go through into more details. So to quickly start with that, we know that instead of, because we have the SOC team, and the SOC team is having a lot of security logs, they're having SIEM, SORs, many people, complex environments, right? So instead of predicting it, they are reacting it actually. Whenever the incident happens, the SOC team is going to be reactive mode instead of the proactive mode. So the reaction means you are waiting for the incident. Once the incident will happen, then you will be reactive. Okay, there is no proactive approach with them, correct? So here, if I'm talking about the proactive approach, so first you have to understand your attack surface. You have to understand, also visualize and predict the attack path. And then when you have this knowledge, then only you will be able to do the high risk path mitigation. So that's why we have to be proactive in this case. Now, what you have to do, okay, you have to understand the attack path, the potential attack path. But before that, you should know what is potential attack path. So a very simple formula, risk is equal to likelihood versus impact. So you have to calculate the risk of your environment, of your networks. Okay, the moment you know the risks, okay, you will understand what could be the attack path and which attack path has the highest priority to be addressed. So the likelihood, it could be your entry point, it could be anything that allow you to enter. For example, your vulnerability, for example, your misconfigurations, okay. And impact is something that will impact your critical assets, your business criticality, your some data, some threshold data that you needed. So once you multiply, okay, entry point to get allow the attacker inside the networks into your impact, you will calculate the risk. So these are the sensors, okay, Trend micro sensors are solutions that could be deployed inside your network. What it will do, it will collect the telemetry data, okay, and using the XDR platform of SIEM and SOT and XDR by Trend Micro, also the attack surface risk management, and these data will be injected to showcase this path, the entry point, then the lateral movement if possible, and then reach out to the third step, which is the critical assets. So this could be the attacker path, a path that will be used by the attacker in order to exploit or reach to your, exploit the vulnerability and reach to your servers, critical databases, websites, application servers. These steps, if I'm talking about one by one, so this will be the entry point where, as I mentioned, it could be your vulnerability that could be exploited easily. Misconfigurations. So the attacker could be going inside and having the access of your network security devices, your servers, your endpoints, and through that it could start the lateral movements, because these assets are connected to some other assets, right, which allow you to access some data, maybe routing the traffic and so on. And the moment you have the lateral movements, you are trying to find the critical assets. What are the critical assets? What are the databases? What is the data? What is the confidential information about the company? And static is showing basically the criticality of the data. So the moment you identify the critical assets, you can do impact, you can do hack, you can encrypt the data, like a ransomware attack. Okay, so what we have inside the platform. So once we are gathering the data, the candidate data by graph query, we used our generative AI empower actually AI empower platform that will analyze the data. Okay, and we trained this AI to understand the threats, to understand the tactics and techniques, to understand how the vulnerability could be exploited, and to showcase the path. Okay, so we will tell with the help of AI what could be the attack path, what could be the remediation steps you have to take it. Okay, once you identified the path, what are the threat actors that might be exploit your attack path. So once you analyze it, then you will evaluate it to showcase the attack path. So here, this is an example. This example will showcase you multiple attack path starting from the top to the bottom. So, and it's also mentioned the criticality wise. So the first attack path having the criticality number, severity number 696, it is more critical. You have to identify and fix these assets. How the attacker could exploit from the internet to potentially compromise your from the device to the user accounts, and this is the domain user accounts, administrators, correct? If this is hacked, it means any device that is used by this user could be exploited. Okay, similarly, you have an additional second level, you have potential compromise. Third one is accessible from internet. So you can see in the third example, which having the critical score 95, it is showing like it could be accessed through the VPC internet gateway, means it's the internet gateway of the AWS platform, cloud platform, and then it is route the traffic to the VPC, VPC to VPC subnet, then EC2 instance, which is your virtual machines, again critical. Then it will assign the IAM role, which is the users, to reach to this RDS instances. This path doesn't mean you are under attack. No. This means that it could be exploited in this way because we learned our AI, we trained our AI. And on the other side, we can tell you the remediation steps. On the left side, you see on the remediation steps we checking you. What could be the steps you have to take it in order to minimize these attacks? And you will identify the choke point, which means if you remediate or effectively eliminate the criticality of the device which could be impacted, it means you will save lot of attack path that could be exploited by the hackers. So what could be the benefit you can take with this feature, okay, from the Trend Macro? The number one, you having the proactive approach instead of the waiting like a SOC teams to be reactive mode. Once the incident happen, you are proactive. You are trying to identify what vulnerabilities you have, what are the criticalities, how you can prioritize it, and how you can save it with the techniques. Okay, either it's user, either it's account, or anything. Second thing is efficiently you are remediating it. You are saving a lot of times. There is no complexity. Less manpower will be required. Instead of the reactive, you are serving more time to the proactive approach. Okay. Then the another benefit you can get it like red teaming. You know, you are doing penetration testing just to identify the vulnerability. Same thing is doing same things with the help of AI. You are doing it. Okay, in a virtual environments. Okay. And then you are knowing the remediation steps. You can automate it. You can create the playbooks. So anything which is identified, the playbooks will be triggered and fix it automatically. Action could be taken place. This will help to minimize your risk and maximize your focus on the business. Okay. Um, so that's a real benefit of the attack path prediction. It's a part of the Trend Vision 1, cyber exposure management. It's a module, it's a feature which empower by. So this attack path can also having the information from third party, so because third party could be integratable with the Trend Vision 1. So the Vision 1 add this data along with the Trend Macro native sensors and XDR and SIEM, and it will give you the complete holistic picture about attack path prediction. So this is really beneficial for the customers who are having the proactive approach, because proactive security starts from here. Thank you. I hope you like the video. Stay tuned with me for more upcoming videos.